More than half a year since the earthquake and tsunami, many small and medium-sized companies are having trouble getting back on their feet. A new form of financing may be their last and best hope. It's a program that encourages people to invest small sums of money in companies of their choice, just enough to get them going.
At this department store, King no Sama always draw in customers. The name means golden sori. The tsunami, however, tarnished the prospects of the company that produced them. Its delicacies are back at the store for the first time since the events of March 11.
Golden sari. It's cooked with sugar and soy sauce. It's so tender, you can eat the bones.
The fish producer is based in the city of Tsunami. Before the disaster, it was busy keeping up with all the orders from across the country. For the event this time at the department store, it came up with 2,000 packs. They sold out in a matter of days. Without the aid of what's called the Affected Area Support Fund, this comeback may never have happened. A venture capital operation created the program to jumpstart the revival of businesses that took a major hit. A person can buy in for a bit over 10,000 yen. That's around $140. 5,000 yen of that is the investment amount. The other 5,000 yen is a donation. 500 yen goes to handling. Dividend payments will start when the company makes a profit. The Affected Area Support Fund covers 12 companies. Investors decide after studying the reconstruction plans. Explanatory meetings take place once a month. The information also appears on the fund's website. Saikichi Shoten was able to raise $130,000 to buy new equipment. It rented a factory in Tsunami and brought back its employees. Then they all got down to work. The result? Half a year after the disaster, production has returned to the pre-tsunami level.
The fund gave us the power to move forward and created a relationship with our investors that will last for a long time. I think this system is really good.
That's hardly the only success story. The money has come to the aid of businesses with nowhere else to turn. For example, oyster farmers. The tsunami wiped their facilities out. A project called Save Sanriku Oysters started within weeks to raise money for the industry's restoration. The idea of the project is to ask oyster lovers to pay for their orders in advance, 10,000 yen at a time. An English-language website widened the appeal to people overseas. The industry raised more than $3 million in 5.5 months. The money was used to buy materials needed to seed oysters and other purposes.
A lot of people we've never met are supporting us financially. I feel quite grateful.
As many as 40,000 small businesses had tsunami damage in the 3 hardest-hit prefectures. Among them, the company in Tsunami run by the Kuma guys. It had been churning out ramen and udon noodles and soup for more than a half-century, but it lost its factory in an instant to the tsunami.
Our factory took up this whole area, all the way over to that concrete structure.
The owners had to let all 16 of their employees go. At the moment, the couple is struggling to rebuild the business by themselves, starting with only their know-how and their energy. To make ends meet, they sell noodles at a market that they purchase from another store. The Kuma guys asked several financial institutions to loan them the money they'd need to restart their long-established operation. But the answer was no. The problem is they still haven't fully repaid a previous loan, making it hard to demonstrate they'd be able to make good on that debt and a new one. 4 months ago, the couple asked the fund for $1 million to buy a new plot of land and equipment. A meeting in Tokyo to introduce businesses to potential investors gave Keiko Kumagai an opportunity to make their appeal. It was her 7th appearance at an event of this sort. The noodles and soup were not so well known outside Kesennuma, so the company had to raise its profile in order to have any chance of attracting the money it needed. By the time of this meeting, it had only been able to raise 1/3 of its goal. Kumagai's appeal was based on what she and her husband had been doing themselves and the quality of the product they could turn out. 80 people listened.
We're not asking for something luxurious. We just want to go back to where we were. But even that small dream seems to be impossible. We're doing everything we can to restore our business as soon as possible.
Some of her best evidence was in the bowl.
People in local businesses really have to work hard to keep up with everything they need to do just to make a living. I live far from the area, but I want to do something to help.
Keiko soup got good reviews.
Our family has been in this business for many years. We lost everything in the tsunami, but we can't give up our hope to pass the family's taste along to the 4th and to the 5th generation.
2 days after the meeting, the total number of people funding the Kumagais had risen to 664. But they still need more. Even so, the couple is planning to put down a deposit on a plot of land and start building a new factory before the end of the year.
We're very grateful for the people who have placed their trust in us. We believe that the best way to return the favor is for us to be successful in our reconstruction. We'll be working very hard to achieve that goal.
Well, after March 11th, people around the world sent in millions of dollars of donations. That money is distributed through various large organizations and public institutions. The Affected Area Support Fund is more nimble and lets the sources of funding know exactly where the money is going and to whom. It's creating partnerships for rebuilding hope.